If you don't fail, it means you didn't try. And trying is so much more than most people do. I had a really good idea for a video, so I'm gonna entertain that idea. I wanted to do 22 things I learned in 2020. I'm wearing a really cool sweatshirt that I thrifted. Really cool. It's Minnesota Beef Expo. I just really liked it. Hello, you wanna say hi to the video? I look not so great because I look kind of insane because I'm sick-ish. I'm feeling under the weather. So 22 things I learned, wow, in 2022. Year's almost over and I do look sick. The first thing that I learned is not to take things personally. Everyone is more concerned with themselves than they're concerned with you. People behave, think, act, say, do things because of their own personal issues or non-issues. If you think of yourself and the way that you may react or behave in certain circumstances, you're either not self-aware or you're just lying if you say that you're acting that way because of them. There's almost always a deep-rooted issue behind the way that we act when it's out of character. At the end of the day, 99% of the time, it's not because of me, it's because of that person and their own ish. Oh, by the way, I dyed my hair. Yeah, I just don't take things personally any longer. It's just a waste of my time. Number 2, happiness is a choice and so is suffering. I'm pretty sure I've said it in another video. Pain is inevitable. We're human beings living a human experience on earth. Suffering is a choice. And I will say that in the past, I used to find, and sometimes still do, find comfort in that sad or low vibrational place. And as long as you're aware of like, okay, I'm here because I'm comfortable, that's one thing, but you also at that point have to realize like, okay, I'm choosing to stay here. Because it's one thing to go through the negative emotions that we do as human beings, but to stay stuck in them, that's a choice at that point, to stay in a negative headspace, whatever it is. I'm not talking about any mental illness by saying that. I suffer from mental illness, and I won't say that having mental illness is a choice. Being happy, you know, you can choose to wake up. Let's say you've been in a rut for however long, or a depressive episode. I was just in one for about a week, maybe more, and I just decided one day, no, I'm over it. I'm done with this. I don't want to sit in my sorrow anymore. I'm going to feel what I need to feel because, you know, we feel feelings for reasons. They don't come for no reason. And that comes with the self-awareness and like being able to see, okay, I'm feeling this because of this. I need to work through this. I'm triggered because I'm not free in this circumstance. I'm like out of breath because I can't breathe. So in a way, negative emotions are beneficial. It's what you do with it. If you stay in it and you're just miserable for your whole life, then that's a choice. Sorry, you can choose to be happy any day. Number 3 is gratitude really does change your mindset. And I wrote, you've been doing it wrong. I wrote gratitude lists for like 3 years straight, and I still wasn't very joyful about life until I started to visualize or like visually see like, okay, I'm grateful for my camera, just an example. Not just writing it down. Like I thought in my head that writing it down, getting it on paper was like, okay, I'm really feeling grateful. Like, was I though? Was I feeling grateful, or was I just writing it down to be like, I wrote my gratitude list? Yeah. So kind of practicing it in a daily life. So like, let's say you're going on a walk, the leaves look nice. Just singing in your head like, like I'm so grateful. Not even, you don't even have to use the word grateful, but like, I'm so glad I'm on earth right now in this exact moment to like see the way the light hit those leaves just now. Like that was beautiful. Like I love that I'm here. Little things like that. I don't know if that was a result of writing it out. I just know that writing it out was not enough. Like I wasn't incorporating it into my daily life. Like little things that would happen, just like smile and be like, my camera decided to run out of space. Yeah, so just kind of noticing where it literally applies, not like at the end of the day, oh, I was grateful because I ate some good food. It's honestly about noticing and being grateful for like the little things that you wouldn't think of while trying to come up with a gratitude list. Number 4, people come and go, whether that be like friendship or relationships end or people die. I've learned that there is a reason or something to learn from each person in your life and why some people cross your path and then don't stay. I believe that everyone in our lives and everyone that we have ever met has come to teach us something. It's whether or not we're willing to see or take what they were there to teach us. And we may not learn it right away. Like a relationship, let's say you were in a bad relationship, you think, oh, I wasted however many years and da 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 da, and then like a year or 2 goes by and you're like, wasn't a waste. No time is time wasted, in my opinion. Like, I don't like to think of, you know, you didn't maybe get what you thought you wanted out of something, or a relationship, a friendship. I don't think of that as time wasted. I think of it as, okay, I haven't learned yet what that was supposed to teach me. Like, certain relationships will teach you, oh, that's not what I want. That's what I won't tolerate. Now I know better for next relationship or friendship. Or, oh, I need to love myself more in this situation because this person shouldn't have made me feel this way. Or I shouldn't have allowed this person to make me feel this way. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's room to grow in every relationship or friendship. Every person in your life can teach you something if you just are willing to learn. Number 5, forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. This is something that I knew for a long time. I think the acceptance of, like, I've learned a lot of acceptance this year. Accepting, like, let's say someone wronged you. And honestly, I think even because an apology and accountability are 2 different things, in my opinion. If you don't get that apology or that acknowledgement, you hold on to it, you know? And to let go of that, you have to forgive the person, but not for them. It's not to be like, oh, I forgive you, like, you should feel so great about yourself. No. It's to it's to free yourself from that tie. You don't want to hold on anymore. It doesn't have to be like, you could have a sibling or a family member that you can't necessarily get rid of. Or you can, I mean, whatever you want to do. And also, another thing about forgiveness, it doesn't mean reconnection. Like, you can forgive someone very close to you, like I said, family. It doesn't mean that the relationship has to go back to how it was before the event that happened that needs forgiving. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean like, oh, all is forgiven, we can be besties again. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. It's more so just for your peace of mind, so that you think of this person, you're not thinking of what they did, or you know what I'm saying? It's really just to free yourself of the agony, because at the end of the day, it's only hurting you holding on to resentments, anger towards people, like holding grudges. That's only hurting you. It's not hurting the other person. So forgive them so that you can live a more relaxed life. Number 6, basically about time alone and becoming your own best friend. There is no possible way to truly get to know yourself if you're constantly surrounded by other people. You can say and swear till you're blue in the face that you're not influenceable or whatever it may be. You are who you surround yourself with to a degree, especially if you're with them all the time. Like, that's just how it is. You hang out with someone, you talk to someone all the time, like you're picking up on their slang. You know what I mean? You're doing the same things until you spend actual time alone. And I mean actually spend time alone. Sit with yourself, no distractions, just be with yourself and get to know yourself and form a relationship with yourself. You will not know yourself. I just think knowing yourself and having a relationship with yourself is the most important of all the relationships you'll have, because first of all, it'll strengthen the other relationships. You'll know what you actually want, what you need, what you'll tolerate, what you won't. And plus, it's not healthy to always have to be, obviously there's codependency and things like that, but to not be able to sit with yourself. I could do a whole, I will do a whole video on that. Number 7 is don't take criticism from anyone you wouldn't go to for advice. I said this in my other video and it's really so true. Like, no matter what you do, people are gonna have shit to say, and they're you know, another part of this is like, don't tell people all of your plans because they're gonna have something negative to say because they can't do it or they don't have the balls to get up and make something happen for themselves. So they're gonna bring you down and make you doubt yourself. Don't do that. Don't let them do that. At the end of the day, no one's in your footsteps. No one's living your life. F them. Literally, screw them. You can do whatever you want, and criticism is gonna be there no matter what you do, so you may as well be happy and do what you want to do. Period. Number 8, I like this one. Do things you liked as a child, because chances are you will still like them. I mean, these are like things that I've done pretty much my whole life, but like reading and writing, music, like actually playing music, little things like that. Even just like if you like to bake as a child, or you liked to draw as a child, or you liked to make friendship bracelets, like something as simple as that is not only really fun, but also could be a really mindful activity, which is positive, and you're healing your inner child at the same time, because your inner child wants to go on that swing set. Your inner child wants to read that little fantasy book that you wouldn't normally read. Your inner child wants to dance to Hannah Montana. It makes a world of a difference. Like, why are we living on Earth or living a life at all? I'm sorry, I'm like so dry. Like, why are we living a life if we're not trying to have a little bit of fun? That's my whole thing. Like, I'm trying to have fun all the time, as much as I can at least. Number 9, life is too short. Like, it is too short to care what other people think. No one is living your life for you. Ties into, honestly, all these just tie into one big thing. It's like, life is too short, just live your fucking life. But seriously, like, no one's living your life. If you're not harming yourself, other people, or animals, who cares? Who cares? Do what you want. Do what you want. People, I've been in the mindset before of like, you know, caring what people think, and I think I was at that age, you know, where it's kind of, you seek approval, things like that. I don't care anymore. And I refuse to care because it's just such a draining way of life. I could die tomorrow, right? Why am I going to live my life according to other people's standards? And then I'm gonna die and be like, what the F did I just do? Like, what was that? That wasn't my life. I was living for other people. No more living for other people, okay? No more people pleasing, none of that. Do what you wanna do and live your life, because it's your life, not theirs. I didn't realize how long of a video this would be. Maybe I need to cut it down. Speaking of cut, number 10, I wrote, cut things, people, and places out of your life they no longer serve you. Anything meant for you will stay. So like, let's say you cut off a relationship and you're like heartbroken over it. Even a friendship. I mean, I've been there. I've been literally heartbroken over losing friendships. But in order to be aligned with what you are meant to have in your life or be, you have to lose things in order to gain. And that, I think, is a reason why a lot of people won't do the necessary things they need to do in order to level up, we'll say. My nose is literally burning. I today will literally cut anyone off. I will leave a place if I feel it's not for me. I don't play around because, like I said, life is too short. I think losing people close to me really put so much into perspective and made me realize like what I actually care about in life. And I'll tell you right now, I don't care about like draining, toxic, unhealthy, anything. If I'm talking to someone new, not even a relationship, just in general, and like your like mindset is just totally somewhere I was however long ago, like I worked too hard to get to where I am mentally to fall back, because it's easier to fall back than to go forward. I want to keep moving forward. So I will cut you off. I will cut your mom off. I'll cut your neighbor off, and I will move to a different state. I don't really care. Number 11 is open your mind, and you will notice so much beauty in life that you've been missing. I think I talked about this in my other video. I feel like we're always so focused on the bad, especially if we've been conditioned or that's all we know. We're very focused on the familiar, and if you just open your mind and like see things, but also see them differently, like you'll be so amazed at how amazing life actually can be. If in your head you're seeing just like gloom and doom, that's what you're gonna get. If you see rainbows and sunshine, yes, life is still crappy and things happen. If anyone knows that, it's me. But the fact that I know that because I've been through so much shit in my life and I still see rainbows and sunshine should tell you something. Change your mindset, girl. 12, spread love and positivity whenever you can. It will always come back to you, but it will also make you feel good. I sometimes, even like on my way to work, if I'm like, oh, I don't want to work, like I'll be in the car, like I'll put on a really good song that I want to sing and just scream out loud, and I'll literally just like smile and like just like dance, and like I'll like if I'm stopped at a like red light, I can't even talk because I'm so tired. I'll be stopped at a red light and I'll literally like I like to like sing to the people in the car next to me, and like they smile. They may think I'm crazy, and that's fine. I make them smile, and that's spreading joy, and it makes me feel good because I'm happy before I even do that, and then they're happy and they're gonna think about that. Oh, that was so cute or funny or weird, whatever. It puts a smile on their face and it makes me happy. There's no reason to not share your joy with other people. That's what I think. 13, nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary, literally everything. And you could think of that as a negative, or you could think of it as a positive, which it can be both. It's bittersweet, I'd say, to know that nothing lasts forever. Yeah, I don't know how to go into detail with that because I could talk for like 10 hours just about that. So you can take it for what it is. Nothing lasts forever. It could be a good thing, or I guess could be a bad thing, but it's a thing. Number 14 is to embrace change. I'm a Taurus. I think I say this in every video. I'm like conditioned to not like change. I embrace that ish today. Like I don't want to be the same person I was tomorrow. I want to be a different person than I am right now. And that's why like I filmed a lot of videos over the past year before I started making videos again that I don't want to post because, and I've spent the time editing them and I'm like, I can't post this because it's not that I've completely changed my mind on things. I change my mind so much though, and I have different perceptions and perspective changes all the time. Like I'm literally moving to city to city. Like I'm just all over the place in the best way possible because I think that we're on earth to experience everything we can. Why not change your style if you want to? Why not dye your hair? I dyed my hair. Why don't you wear crazy makeup if you want to? Like go to a different city and meet new people. Try a new hobby. Like what? Why are we sticking to only what we know? There is so much to see, learn, do, smell, feel, taste, you know? Let's embrace change a little bit. That'd be nice. 15 is it's okay if you are or if you feel that you're the only one that supports you. You will find your people. There is, like I said, reasons people come and go into your life, and sometimes we need to stand on our own to know that we can and to learn what we gotta learn on our own. Like I said, having a lot of other people around can interfere with that, and I'm fully embracing being alone in every area of my life because it really is teaching me everything that I know that I'm going to need in the future, and that's the only way that I look at it. It's a positive. 16, you are more than not the only person standing in your way. If you want to do something and you're like, why can't I do this, or I can't, okay, if you're saying you can't, then you can't. If you say, I can do this, or I can try, then you can try. We do this a lot with self-sabotage. I will make a whole video on self-sabotage because I am a queen self-sabotager. I was. I mean, sometimes I do it in littler, much smaller ways. But we stand in our own way all the time. And I believe it's just fear, you know? A lot of negative things on earth are just fear-based, and I think stepping into that fear and just like whatever happens. I actually said this to a friend the other day. If you don't fail, it means you didn't try, and trying is so much more than most people do. Stop looking at failure as like a horrible thing, like, oh my god, just get up and try again. Like, life is not that serious that you need to cry over the fact that you tried to learn a bike and you fell. You tried to learn how to ride a bike. That's more than people who've never ridden a bike can say. Number 17, you are capable of quite literally anything you want to do. You are quite literally, oh my god. You are capable of quite literally anything you put your mind to. And in parentheses I wrote, they weren't lying. Because I feel like our parents always told us, like, you can do anything you put your mind to. And like, it was like a cute idea and all, but it's so true. It's true. Anything I have tried to do, anything, okay, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm the best at everything, but anything I've tried to do, I was able to do. Because I told myself, like, I'm doing this. I'm gonna do this, and I'm doing it, and I'm gonna do it, and I did it. I'm telling you, like, no dream is too big or small. I feel like people see these celebrities and and like, a lot of people are handed shit on a silver platter, and that's wonderful for them. A lot of people, it doesn't work that way. A lot of people have to put in the hard work, and I'm telling you, if you put the hard work in to anything that you want, you can achieve it. If you don't believe me, give it a try, and you can tell me I'm wrong in the comments after you actually give it an actual real shot. 18 is the present. I literally just wrote, the present moment is actually awesome. They say, like, oh, anxiety is from thinking of the future, and depression is sitting in the past. I don't know about all of that. All I know is that letting things come as they're supposed to, and just taking in what is going on around you at this exact moment. There's nothing else, nothing else matters, okay? People think that I, because I don't plan, I'm very present in the moment, they think that I, like, don't give a crap about my future, or that I don't even think of, like, I'm not planning for the future, and, like, that's just not true. I just know, and I'm gonna go into 19 because this goes into 19. Plans don't ever work out how we want them to. And just because something doesn't work out in our head, it doesn't mean that it didn't work out. It doesn't mean that it didn't work out. It just means it didn't happen how we imagined. I don't think ever, I cannot say one single time did anything ever work out how I thought it would. Never. And I'm like queen scenarios in my head since I'm a kid. Like, I love daydreaming. I love coming up with, ooh, this could happen and this could happen. Like 12 million different variables of the same situation playing out. No, never happens how I could ever imagine it. So why am I gonna sit around and be like panicking, like nothing's gonna happen the way I want it to anyway? Doesn't mean that it's not working out. It just didn't happen how I wanted it to, and that's okay. That's how it was supposed to happen. That's all for that, because that's a whole nother video. Number 20, basically about honesty. I'd rather live an authentic and honest life and be disliked than be liked, and, you know, just not live truthfully. Like I keep saying, life is short, and why would I want to be someone that I'm not? I wouldn't want to be someone that I'm not, because, like, whose life are you living then? Everyone else's life in one? No. I'll live my own life even if people don't like it. 21, the only approval you should ever seek, I guess, is your own. That kind of ties into some of the other ones. Like, at the end of the day, no one's walking in your shoes, so it really doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. They don't have to wake up in the morning and go to bed at night in your body or your mind, so it doesn't really matter what they have to say. It's different to, like, first seek, okay, I'm gonna change it to seek your own approval first. Let's say you're in a relation. Well, I don't even know if that's true. Like, if you're really proud of something that you've done and you feel really good about it, and then you're gonna go and be like to your best friend or to your best friend or your boyfriend or something, and you're like, oh my god, look at this thing I did, and they're like, cool. Are you gonna now not be proud of yourself for what you accomplished that you were first proud of? No. See, that's where I used to live that way, and no. Be confident within your own, you know, approval. If you're proud of something, that's because you should be proud of it. I'm just gonna do the very last one. Am I in focus? Number 22 is take every opportunity or chance to learn something. I talk about this a lot, how there's literally an opportunity to learn and grow in everything, every person, every place, every experience, every event, every circumstance, everything you watch. Try to learn as much as you can. And I'm not saying, like, get a history book and start, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying try to see things from a student's point of view. Always. Today at work, it's Christmas Eve. I'm in the transitional, I work lunch. I want to go see my family for Christmas. Everyone's coming in for the dinner shift. What do I have to learn? Whew, take a breath. Patience, 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 and take a breath. Nothing's that serious. No one should make me worked up. Little things, stop looking because it's going to be in the video. Just anything like that. Driving in traffic. What is this teaching me? Don't use your horn if you don't have to. Take a breath. Nothing's that serious. They're gonna go. They're gonna go. You know what I mean? Anything you can take as an opportunity to learn, take it. That's why we're on Earth. We're here to learn. Like, what else are you doing? Staying with what you know for your entire life? That's cool for you, I guess. 2022 has been... it's been a year. I have a lot of plans for 2023. Even though people didn't think I planned. This year went by really, really fast. And oh, Lulu is tired. He's sweet boy. So me and Lulu are gonna go. I just like have the urge to always bite his ear, but I want to bite through. Like I want to bite through. All right, get off of me. I love you guys. If you got this far to the video, please subscribe and comment something you've learned in 2022. I'd love to hear because I love to learn. Thank you. Bye.